and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agapa. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigecomsat. The Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, has disclosed that the registration for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, will now commence on February 3rd, as earlier slated. The board's public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, disclosed this in a statement in Abuja, stating that the change was necessary to allow the board to implement essential adjustments to its registration template. He added that the additional time would be used to ensure that all necessary changes were made for a smooth registration process. The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, Brigadier General Yushau Ahmed, has announced that Corps members will begin receiving a new monthly allowance of 77,000 naira starting February 2025. The NYSC DG disclosed this while speaking to the 2024 Batch C Stream 2 Corps members in Katsina State. Ahmed confirmed that the increment has been included in the 2025 federal government budget and will take effect once the budget is passed. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Abba Aliyu as the substantive managing director of the Rural Electrification Agency. The appointment, effective from January 23, 2025, is for an initial term of 4 years, according to the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga. Until his appointment, Aliyu, who has over 20 years of experience in energy and organizational development in the private and public sectors, had been in the agency's acting MD. Minister of Housing and Urban Development Ahmed Dangiwa has revealed that the federal government plans to deliver 100,000 social housing units for vulnerable groups across all 774 local government areas. The minister stated this during his presentation at the 4th edition of the Real Estate Future Forum in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, calling on global investors in Saudi Arabia to take advantage of the huge opportunities in Nigeria's housing sector. He disclosed that Nigeria's huge housing deficit offers enormous business opportunities, adding that the Renewed Hope Cities and Estates programs serve as a low-hanging fruit for investors in the Middle Eastern nation to take advantage of and get good returns. The military has said troops have neutralized 358 terrorists and arrested 431 suspects during the month of January 2025. Director Defense Media Operations Major General Edward Buba disclosed this in a statement, saying that it is in continuation of the military's sustained tempo in defeating terrorists and their cohorts in the ongoing counter-terrorist and insurgency operations across the country. He noted that the troops apprehended 59 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 249 kidnapped hostages. Imo State government has reinforced its commitment to improving healthcare delivery through technology. This was stated at a 3-day training program focused on digitizing data management in all 305 basic healthcare provision fund facilities, organized in partnership with the World Bank, and has begun in Owerri, the state capital. Our correspondent was there and now reports.
State government, through the Ministry of Health, Primary Health, Social Services and Health Insurance, in partnership with the State Primary Health Care Development Agency, introduced the DHIS2 platform for efficient data management. Declaring the event open on behalf of the State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, the Commissioner for Health, Prosper Success Onyara, described the initiative as a pivotal step in modernizing the state healthcare system, stating that it will enable the ministry plan effectively and respond promptly to the health need of the people.
And you must make sure that whatever you learn here today, you start imputing. One, the health insurance people will no longer be doing the paperwork with you again. in your facilities, please make sure you learn what to do. All know that. Please do your very best. So on behalf of His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, I declare this training open.
In her welcome address, Reverend Sister Dr. Maria Jonas Uzoma, Executive Secretary of the Imo State Primary Health Care Development Agency, emphasized the importance of digitalization in improving health care delivery across the state.
We want to change the face of the primary health centers in Imo State. You know that His Excellency is planning, in fact, he has approved the renovation, revitalization of 150 health centers in Imo State. Very soon, they will wear new look.
Imo State Insurance Agency and Dr. Adeniyi Adeniro, representing the coordinator of World Health Organization in Imo State, with both commending the government for prioritizing healthcare initiatives.
On behalf of the staff and management of the Imo State Health Insurance Agency, I want to thank you, most importantly, for the wonderful work you are doing in these communities. And to also let you know that data is life. You cannot speak to what you are doing in the communities without data. This is our state. I will must make sure in one way or the other we project the state in the good light by giving our services as we have been trained for the best of the good people of this state. Thank you and God bless.
Of WHO, I first want to thank the leadership of the Ministry of Health, Honorable Commissioner Dr. Prosper Success. I want to thank the executive secretaries. I want to thank the leadership at the local government level and the data managers, that is the MI officers, for bringing this together. I want to assure you that we'll continue to partner with you, we'll continue to be associated with you, and we'll continue to be proud of you in Imo State.
With this forward-thinking initiative, Imo State government continues to lead in adopting technology for health improvement. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Desertification and insecurity arising from internal conflicts within Lake Chad are believed to be responsible for the long-decade food insecurity in the region. On the second day of the Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum, participants appear united in addressing food insecurity across the Lake Chad region. Global Television's correspondent Idris Jabrin has the report.
For centuries, the Lake Chad region has been largely regarded as a source of economic hub in Africa. However, the lack of infrastructure and more recently food insecurity arising from climate change and conflicts have left the region in what many have described as a sorry state, with the government and other humanitarian agencies in the region now working towards a permanent solution.
It's something that has been on for a very long time. Subsequently, then we had internal conflicts, not regional in terms of cross-boundary conflicts, but internal conflicts. Most of the countries around the Chad Basin, especially during the pre-independence time, there were internal conflicts, some even post-independence. Then, of course, in the 80s, there were regional issues between Nigeria and Chad, and then you had rebel groups springing up in those areas. Those conflicts really impacted seriously on the economic well-being of that region.
Experts say 50 million people in Africa are food insecure, and that in 2024 alone, Nigeria had lost over 850 metric tons of food due to conflict and climate change. Within the Lake Chad region, for instance, the low rainfall in Borno State and other neighboring Lake Chad countries requires permanent solution by first providing climate-resilient crops to farmers across the region.
In this zone, it's usually below 500 millimeters. Crops can hardly do without irrigation. This is one. This is a natural factor that we need to consider. Down northern Borno State, up to the Republic of Niger, Difa province, and then up to the north of Chad, rainfall is very low.
In 2020, in our region, West Africa, we had 15 million of persons in food insecurity. Despite all the effort that we did, today we have 50 million of persons in food insecurity in our region, in West Africa. That means that in 5 years, we increased the number of persons in food insecurity by 35 million of persons, despite all the effort that we are doing.
Having identified conflict and climate change as the major threat to food security in the region, this forum now believes that an opportunity for investment in agriculture must be made by member states to actively convert their effort into durable solution. From Maiduguri, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has notified the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, of its pending suit challenging the government's decision to approve an increase in telecommunications tariff by 50%. This is just as NCC says it will engage the Nigerian Labour Congress, SERAP, and the National Association of Telecom Subscribers in Nigeria to explain the reasons for the price adjustment. SERAP, in a letter, cautioned the Commission on the need to desist from taking any action that would be prejudicial to the suit before the court. The Imo State Executive Council has reaffirmed its support for Governor Hope Uzodinma by passing a vote of confidence on his leadership at the first meeting in his second tenure. The council commended the governor's developmental strides, pledging continued support for policies aimed at transforming the state. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, reports.
The highlights was the announcement of a strategic partnership between the United Nations and the state government to engage 1,000 graduates of the Skill Up Imo program. Under this initiative, beneficiaries will be deployed to various ministries, departments and agencies across the state, earning a monthly stipend of 100,000 for 12 months. Addressing journalists after the meeting, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emalumba, described the partnership as a major endorsement of the state's digital transformation agenda and a boost for youth empowerment.
The engagement will see to these 1,000 graduates of the program receiving 100,000 naira every month for 12 months. That's the initial agreement. They will engage them for 12 months.
In another significant development, the Executive Council approved a $21 million contract for the upgrading of the electricity transmission and distribution network in the state. The project aims to provide steady power supply across all 27 local government areas, a move expected to spur industrial growth and economic development.
The engagement approved the award of contract to develop and upgrade the electricity transmission and distribution network in the state to Matco Projects Company at a cost of $21 million. That is for, I'm sure that before the second or third quarter of this year ends, all the 27 local governments in the state will be connected to 24/7 electricity.
Other key decisions reached at the meeting include re-elimination of industrial and mining sites across the state, signing MOU with University of California and Silicon Valley, formally approve of the Orashi Special Energy Free Zone in collaboration with development partners, a collaboration with Eastern West Management Company to enhance waste management service in the state. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Well, many thanks for staying with us. We apologize for that undue break. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has advocated review of the death penalty law in the country while calling for the creation of an equitable, effective and respectful system. Kalu says the 1999 Constitution aimed at abolishing the practice, saying opposition against removal of death penalty was declining on a daily basis, hence the need to align the nation's laws with global practices. Speaking when he received a delegation of the British High Commission, says as further discussions are held, the goal is not to diminish the seriousness of capital offences, but to create a justice system that is equitable, effective, and respectful of human rights. The Police Service Commission has ordered the immediate retirement of all senior police officers 35 years in service or above 60. This is contained in a statement by the PSC's Head of Press and Public Relations, Ikechukwu Ani, that the Commission reviewed its earlier stance from the 24th plenary meeting in September 2017, which allowed forced entrants to use their date of enlistment instead of their initial appointment date. The directive follows controversy over the tenure of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, after he clocked 60 years, which the Police and Attorney General of the Federation have, however, said his continued stay in office is lawful. I beg your pardon. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has reaffirmed its commitment to empowering young Nigerians through youth-friendly credit policies and capacity-building programs to foster economic growth and innovation. Speaking at the Youth Action event in Abuja, the CBN Governor, Olayemi Kadoso, represented by the Deputy Governor, he stated that the Apex Bank remained dedicated to providing young people with the necessary financial tools to succeed. He emphasized that the policies would support youth entrepreneurship and innovation, particularly in emerging sectors such as the green economy and digital transformation. The House of Representatives Committee on Nigeria-China Parliamentary Relations, in its bid to a determined effort in boosting investment drive in the country, has inaugurated a technical planning committee to organize the Nigeria-China Sustainable Trade, Investment and Bilateral Relations Summit in 2025. The 10th National Assembly House Committee, which seeks to develop a legislative agenda to promote ease of doing business between the two nations, also appointed merited negotiation consulting led by Kunle Yusuf to take charge of the organization to ensure it is a huge success. This landmark summit is aimed at strengthening Nigeria-China relations, prioritized by the federal government due to China's status as a leading global economic power and key business partner. The Naira appreciated against the US dollar in the parallel market on Friday, closing at 1,610 Naira per dollar, with a 20 Naira increase within a day. The Naira closed at 1,630 Naira per dollar on Thursday, while the Euro also saw a drop, closing at 1,655 Naira per Euro, which marks a 0.91% appreciation of the Naira against the European currency. The British pound weakened slightly against the Naira, trading at £2,000 on Friday, down from 2,010 Naira per pound the previous day, a 0.50% decline. This development comes as the Central Bank of Nigeria reported an official exchange rate of 1,493 Naira per dollar as of Thursday, while it indicated that the Naira is trading at 1,507 Naira per dollar for buying rate at 1,508.40 Naira per dollar for selling rate on Friday. The federal government says that it is targeting $23.2 billion investment that would increase energy access from the current 4% to 9% annually. This was contained in a statement by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, adding that the government says the private sector is expected to bring in $15.5 billion for its energy access program tagged the National Energy Compact. The program, which is being spearheaded by the Minister of Power, will close energy gap, boost access to clean cooking solutions from 22% to 25% annually, expand renewable energy share in the power generation mix from 22% to 50%, and mobilize $15.5 billion in private investments to drive last-mile electrification. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened the BRICS group of emerging economies with 100% tariffs if they move away from the U.S. dollar as an international means of payment. Donald Trump stated on his social media platform that the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while the U.S. stands by and watch is over, adding that the U.S. will require a commitment from these seemingly hostile countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty U.S. dollar. Trump continued to say that they will face 100% tariffs and should expect a say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy. In sports now, Pep Guardiola has likened Man City's upcoming Champions League clash with Real Madrid to a derby as the two European giants prepare to face off for the fourth consecutive season. This is just as the Spaniard fears Man City's bid to knock holders Real Madrid out of the Champions League will be hampered by the growing demands of the Premier League schedule. Former AC Milan coach Paulo Fonseca has been appointed head coach of League One side Lyon following the departure of Perez Sage. The 51-year-old former Portugal international signed a 2.5-year contract and has been tasked with guiding Lyon, who are currently 6th in the table, to Champions League qualification. And that's it on Global Television's news cycle. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free-to-air on Nightcomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.